Good evening, Speed Gaming fans. I am the Kuchiri, and welcome to today's Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer Normal Seed. We do these weekly, Sunday and Monday, one hard, one normal. And if you've never seen SMZ3, which is what we lovingly call it, one get day, Ganon and Miss Metroid, Miss Metroid Brain. Wow. I had this joke in my head. I just ruined it. Kelda and D, can you take over for a second?
Sure. And now everybody in chat is raising eyebrows. But that's okay. But Super Metroid and A Link to the Past are combined together into this one ROM, courtesy of some very big convenience in the placement of the address, placement of the memory for the two individual games. They both exist in separate areas of the Super Nintendo's memory, therefore they can coexist without major disruption. Now, as we said before, we have a normal seed, which means that we should not be expecting any any extremely difficult tricks in Super Metroid specifically. That includes going through heated rooms without Varia Suit, Gravity Suitless Meridia, continuous wall jumps, and stuff of that nature. We should not be expecting to do that by logic. On screen today, we have Ryko Rider, Asder, Link Force Zero, and Cheesinator, some very top runners. And Asder has just recently taken a very important world record title.
Yes, he actually took the Super Metroid Impossible world record away from Oats and Goats recently. So give him some props for that. Don't forget to give him a follow. You might see more Super Metroid and other ROM hack stuff on there. But yeah, we're just getting everything all ready up here. Runners are filing in. We also have off-stream Neorific, Hitaka. We got some weighty words in there. Tracy M. So many good runners.
Yes, there is no short of this is nothing short of an all-star cast lined up for this performance, both on and off the stage. Now, though the last couple of normal seeds, I have to say, have been a little bit wonky with placing items in a lot of back and forth locations. Last week was no exception for normal logic, so this week, I'm just hoping for a break.
Considering it's the normal difficulty, we shouldn't have too many issues as long as all the runners follow the normal logic chain. But yeah. One of the things you're going to notice is the games are going to start out in Super Metroid. It's so all the runners can, change the controls. If you ever played the regular Super Metroid, they wanted you to do some weird little claw thing with your hand that only Samus probably could pull off. But there is one check in logic. That's vanilla Morph Ball. More likely, we're not going to see any of these runners go down there, but there might be the gambler.
Yeah, there was a glove on there a couple weeks ago, but it looks like we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the way that we were able to combine, that the realm is combined, is that there are 4 locations within both games where you can transition in between them. This portal that Ryko and eventually everybody, I should say, will be going into crosses you over to Link to the Past.
All right, we did get a quick map check. It's 3 regular crystals. We get the first of our Pod ROM packs on Lake Helia's Island. We're probably not going to go back there. No custom sprites, as being pointed out in chat. Morph Ball in Link's house, plus a rupee in the Sanctuary. The portals are actually linked to rooms that you actually have no business going to. They're just nothing rooms. So.
And we've got a little bit of divergence to start things off. We have got Ryko and Cheesinator going for the, I believe this is the early Houlihan play, while Link Force and Asder are going to visit the their dear uncle. And they're also revealing... you first, I'm sorry.
I was going to point out the Houlihan plays to make sure they have money for bombs. There's Hookshot in Uncle's chest, but early bombs is, from tree pulls kind of negate the Houlihan. If the seed is actually poor and we do need to go to Zora, I mean, the Houlihan still safe sometimes. But right now, the Raikou and Cheese Neighbor may, be like a minute and a half behind because of early bombs.
Yeah, Link Force and Asder giving us our tier 3 tree pulls. A bit of a technical snafu with the randomizer is that the tree pulls default to their upper tiers when you transition to Link to the Past for the first time. So the pull that we got was tier 3 for the 4 bombs.
Yeah, so Chisenair and Raikou will be grabbing their bombs with all the money they just got. Link Force and Asder, with all their bombs, will have a nice clean Kakariko. We may be able to do it in one run. That means we still have to find the bottle and hammer and some other stuff, but we get the grapple beam and the thieves hideout.
I'm going to be very alarmed if we get Spring Ball and Gravity Suit and Kakariko, just saying.
Oof. Chisenair is actually doing a nice early Eastern play. The Eastern area can net up to 6 items if we find the bow, at most 5. And we get Straussela's closet, which has a piece of heart, some missiles, and some supers.
Yes, and Link Force did give us a look at Lumberjack. It was just an energy tank, thankfully. So no need to kill Iga 1 for that, at least.
Yet. Ooh! Red rupees off the Horde crabs. Very nice, very nice. I'll give Link Force another 160 rupees. We also get Blind's Hideout. 5 checks altogether in here. And
yeah, the random pulls have been pretty generous. We got even more money in Blind's Hideout to go with it, so we don't appear to be starved for cash for the early part of this seed.
Yeah, I'm not. So normally, like, if that's the case, if I, did the Houlihan, I feel behind. There's the bot I was telling you about. That means we can do Sick Kid in one go now.
And on top of that, it's a bottle Blue Goo as well. So Blue Goo, always a nice safety to have.
Full magic for hearts. Always good.
And I like how we got both our Link to the Past and Super Metroid hook shots in less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, Raikou's going for all the rupees. He now has Zora money already because he decided to hit both of those crabs. Lamp! Early lamp! Ooh. That's actually really good. Followed by another heart container. Speed booster! Okay, that speed booster actually unlocked more things in Super Metroid. Not many more things, but we do have some stuff there.
Indeed, it gives us the Pink Brinstar Waterway. It gives us a way to get to Wreck Ship.
Oh, it also gives us a way to, like, where Charge Beam is, around that area. You can use Speed Booster to get to that point. I believe it's 3 items you can get with Speed Booster?
Yes.
Something like that, right now. Chicken Hut has 300 rupees. Yeah, no, at this point in time, if I did Houlihan, I feel like, yeah, I just wasted 2 minutes doing Houlihan. Sick Kid, for giving him some medicine, gives you more bombs.
Yeah, bomb capacity upgrades aren't going to be too much of a priority for a Link to the Past. Super Metroid, on the other hand, depending on, as far as Link to the Past ammunition is concerned, yeah, we're definitely already on the right track. With that sword in the back of the tavern.
Very nice thing to find swords. We will need to find 2 swords for the end of the seed. We're also going to see if we may need boots right now. And we don't. It's only E-Tank.
Yes, and as a special little note, because of the bomb capacity upgrades, or I should say, the bomb capacity upgrades are a product of A Link to the Past randomizer currently running on the version 29 logic, which means hint tiles do not work, the capacity upgrades are part of the item pool, and Fire Rod does not count as a valid light source for certain dark rooms.
Asder, with that Morph Ball, I don't know if he found Speed Booster. I think, yeah, he did. Trackers aren't updating, but I'm pretty sure some 8 clicks. Yep, our trackers are Amazing Minded Me and Simplified Dog, both saying that the tracker is being laggy. We get Fairy in the Bottle at more ball bombs. I said you both were amazing. Don't get jealous. Don't get jealous of commentator bias, Simplify.
I also agree they're both amazing. But
you're just sucking up, dude. You're just sucking up now. It's just Anyway, back to the scene. As they're using his Super Metroid Impossible's, world record skills, is going to start running through all of his Brinstar checks.
Yeah, this is a play that actually ended up paying out pretty well. Wow, that's a lot of rupees at the back of Gauntlet. This play ended up paying really well for one of our runners last week, because Brinstar and Crateria ended up being loaded with Super Metroid movement progression items.
We get the single arrow in the dam. We're going to drain the dam to see what got wet. And it's a vanilla pizza. We don't like damp pizza. Anyway, we get Speed Booster Room done regularly. We get the hammer, the glove. We just got is more. There's more ball bombs. I was like, hey, that's the neutral. We just got the dark world package.
That would have been beautiful if that was Moon Pearl.
But more ball bombs gives us even more stuff. That gives us can fly, so we can now do some vertical sections.
It also allows us to conserve power bombs through this run through Green Brinstar. You do not want to run out of power bombs in your trek here, because you might need those. And there's only a couple of places you could farm those.
Yeah, no, most runners don't go into Green Brin unless they have 10 bombs. Cheese and Nate are going to do Hyrule Dungeon. Oh, Raiko messes up the hook shot, unfortunately. That happens. It's all about timing to get on top of that thing. Azure, seeing he does not have any E-tanks, and he's kind of low in health, decides to go ahead and grab that reserve tank. We don't know how health is going to be for the rest of the scene.
Yeah, Link Force is doing our South Shore checks. Took a peek at Mini Moldorm Cave, but it only had Energy Tank, Heart Piece, and a little bit of cash. So, nothing of extreme significance to this point.
We're going to look at Eggkun's GIF up here. And it's more bombs.
It's a bigger bomb bag.
Ice Rock Cave comes with a very thematic ice beam.
How appropriate. Well, that's 15 power bombs saved in Torian.
Right, no one saw that. And definitely no one commentating on that.
Alright, what have we in Pink Brinstar here?
Alright, we're going to go up some more rupees at the grapple beam section. We're going to go see Mission Impossible missiles. Oh, he's on... Okay, Azur's on 44 health. A hit from any of those side hoppers or those spikes would have actually killed him. And the can is Mario! Well, this run's almost over about an hour and a half.
Yeah, early Kane, you know that means Myron Total Rocker Pendants, right?
More than likely. More than likely.
But yeah, early Kane, not going to be the most helpful now, but it does depend pretty much entirely on our Dark World crystal setup. Might still be needed for Right Side GT anyway, but you never know. Rando will Rando after all.
Piece of Heart at Spore Spawn.
Cheeseinator not finding too much in the front of Hyrule Castle, but taking the lamp will just go ahead and go straight to the back, courtesy of the small key picked up.
Then Lamb 2. This is in logic with or without those gloves. Link Force, I believe, has more than 500 rupees. Did some fake flips to get up here. Again, this is technically logic because we know where the power glove is. Link Force thinks he's skipping logic. Dark Cross has super missiles.
Yeah, so until we find Charge Beam, ammunition for Super Metroid will be quite important. If in the somewhat possible event that we do not find Charge Beam, we need at least 30 Super Missiles for Ridley and 60 Super Missiles for Mother Brain, as those bosses do not drop ammunition during their fights. The Scamfish giving us a modest refund.
So I think we found all of our big rupee hoards, I think, now.
We've definitely found a couple. More than 2 or 3.
And it looks like Waterway was another reserve tank. I mean, Azure still has a lot, has no regular energy tanks, so extra health is nice extra health.
Alright, so we have a little bit of high-fiving going on here, as we have Link Force doing Hyrule Castle, Cheesenator doing South Shore, Raikou Rider now doing the Zora area, and Astor continuing the Brinstar checks.
Yeah, which he still has a lot of checks to do. We just got done with one major area. We're going to go see Red Brand now. We're almost out of... Actually, no, the glove will give us Death Mountain access, but so would the path Azure's going on. That also will give us Death Mountain access.
Yes, we could also rescue the old man, check his item.
We are doing X-Ray.
Ooh, this is a very gutsy play.
65 health X-Ray. Azure has not saved. So if he dies, he's all the way back at the beginning of Super Metroid. Mind you, he doesn't have much, he knows where Hammer, Glove, and Kane is.
Ooh. Got a little bullied there, but recovered very nicely.
For the move for oh my!
It was worth it!
Asder with the Solski vision.
So with that, we have full Dark World access already.
Yeah, we also have hook shots, so we can go all over the place. I mean, we're just like missing Titans. Raikou doing a very gutsy gauntlet play. 29 health. Has to be careful. One touch of this acid and he's a goner.
Yeah, these are the moments where these are the kind of gambles that decide runs, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Azure having a bit of trouble in here.
Azure needs to get out. One death there will mean he has to do a lot of stuff back.
And I don't know what... I blinked and missed what Raikou saw on the front of Gauntlet, but it couldn't have been anything important as he is elected to reset. Apparently it was Spazer, though. Oh no, it was 10 sticks.
Okay, it looks like Azure could not do Spazer room because he didn't have supers, so now he's going to try to farm supers off these little bugs.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I misread chat there. I thought it was actually Spazer and Gauntlet for a second. My mistake. Looks like Raikou's next port of call is to dip Red Tower. Oof. Cheese, I just looked at the playback. Cheese got sniped by a guard, an archer, right before he got to the hobo in the fake flipper state. And that is, unfortunately, an instant kill in the randomizer.
So Asder decided he's just going to get his supers from killing these pirates and Super Crate over here. And he'll probably go get Spazer on his way back out.
And Ryko Rider finding silver arrows in beta power bombs.
That's a very nice find to have. That speeds up a lot of stuff.
And Link Force enlightening us that our green pendant is in Turtle Rock.
Hey, you called it, man. Find that early cane.
Early cane and 3 Light World crystals. It just seems...
Screw attack! The missile behind Alpha Peeves is screw attack. This game just got easy for Super Metroid side.
Sure did. Everybody's probably going to get that.
It looks like Asder just had a nice quick fight with Kraid for our first boss kill of the night, 17 minutes. I like how everyone was like so focused on screw attack, no one even saw the Kraid fight.
Yeah, it was a successful, very clean quick kill, I should say. Not too much value behind Kraid, though.
I saw the Kraid fight. It was something that was not suitable for small children. Anyway, Vanilla Energy Tank, and that's Asder's first energy tank.
Yeah, I'm sure he's relieved to see that after cutting it close with X-Ray.
Asder's not going after Spazer. We'll see if this orphan check is value, while Link Force gets the compass. I didn't see what was in the first chest of Eastern.
I blinked and missed it too, unfortunately.
Alright, so as long as Asder doesn't take the time to go back to Spazer, he's perfectly fine with skipping it. It was only a green potion. High jump right now is going to be the Master Sword.
Okay, so things are starting to come together a little bit. So this early Super Metroid dive is paying out in spades for Asder right now. He's got Master Sword, Cane of Samaria, full Dark World access, Hookshot wasn't in Super Metroid. Morph Ball Bombs. Hopefully he'll come across Screw Attack.
So we got Spazer at Kraid Escape. Asder also saved. I'm thinking this may be a dipped check ice beam location.
Yeah, this is not in logic in the normal difficulty. And if this was the hard difficulty, you would be expected to have at least a combination of 3 energy tanks total.
All right, we're going to check Crumbled Tower actually first. Crumbled Tower is just a piece of art.
Second item in Eastern Palace is a shield. First item was an E-tank.
And we're going to hopefully see the third item here. If not, Armos is going to be holding it for us. And that's the map. Armos is holding an item.
Granted, we're going to be picking that up anyway. Eastern is a pendant. Or a crystal, rather. Excuse me.
Yep, nope. So right now, the next bit of logic is to get the Dark World care package that's in Super Metroid right now between X-Ray and Speed Booster. Not Speed Booster location, but the green Speed Booster required room. We got Prom on top left. Ryko did not get the quick kill. Early supers. That's a... Guys, I'm going to be levy with you guys. I haven't commentated SMZ3 in months. Please forgive me. Wave Beam. That was Wave Beam at 230.
Yeah, our Super Metroid armaments are starting to really stack up here. I'm starting to really wonder it opens up a lot of possibilities. This is what I've been noticing this as a common trait lately with the SMZ3 seeds, is that they open up really early, but then you really need to start looking for your last few items, because right now we can check Wreck Ship, all of Wreck Ship for that matter, since we have Speed Booster. We could check Thieves Town. We can't do East Death Mountain. We're still missing.
We could do East Death Mountain.
Oh yeah, we have Hookshot, right? So we could do East Death Mountain.
Yeah, no. Azur's about ready to check Spectral Rock, and we'll see him probably go over to Paradox.
And with Hammer, Tower of Hera is also a valid play, full clearable courtesy of the lamp.
Yeah, that's true as well. And if we find Book, hopefully along the way.
So yeah, the options.
Can check that tablet.
Right. So the options are really starting to pile up here for our runners. So this is where we're going to probably start seeing everybody split up a little bit more so than they already have.
Actually, right now, so we now know Ice Rod isn't required, so we can ignore that. We got Kane. We may still need Mirror, Fire Rod, Bow, of course, Boots, the suits, and maybe a medallion. We actually have a lot of stuff we've already found.
Yeah,
oops, go ahead.
Well, any of the late game items you can chop off your shopping list now, like the early Kane. It's just it's extra peace of mind. So I find that really comes into play when it comes to seeing our Dark World shopping list early.
Now, Azur got Kane. That was, I believe...
Cheese just picked it up as well. It was in Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, yep. I didn't see anything too important inside Paradox. Oh, Azur was going for the bomb jump, but realized he ran out of bombs.
Oopsie. As the hint in Link to the Past Randomizer would say, I bet you'd like to have more bombs. But yeah, I'm looking at my playback, and not much besides some ammunition in Paradox Cave, which, to be fair, Super Metroid ammunition is still quite useful. There's some more on the floating island.
Now, we'll probably see Hera than Spiral.
And Ryko Rider taking the same gamble to early Ice Beam.
Alright, Hera has 2 items in it. And we got Vanilla Map.
And that is not one of those 2 items. Cheesinator showing us a wave gate glitch, and there is a big key in the Hera basement. And it looks like...
So hopefully you guys prepared your tea, because it's about ready for some tea time.
I could use a sip of my drink myself. She's finding the Bombos medallion behind the wave gate. Fascinating.
Well, so, I said tea time, but Azur just decided to grab some pot and run around in circles like a madman. Oh, he did have a way to get on top of the switches, actually. Never mind. He didn't have a bomb.
Yeah, no bomb and not really a good amount of magic, so Kane would have been a bit of a risky ploy.
There's the big key.
And Asdor is electing to walk back out the basement door, given his health is a little bit high. And as Chad points out, yeah, Azra also has a ferry, so that would take a while.
Just a few minutes. Hey, he got a bomb. And he got
And
8 bombs if he turns back around.
That's just the seed being silly.
Oh, hey, you've been trying to do bomb stuff for the last 5 minutes. Here we go. 9 bombs.
I think Zelda 1's loot logic is similar to that, where you have to be killing a lot of enemies to get loot, but if you're killing a lot of enemies, you don't usually need drops.
Alright, we got 2 more chests here. We get a piece of fire for the first item. Going to bomb jump over there. Alright, the Moldworm has the second and final item.
Yes, this will give Asder eventually his first Link to the Past crystal.
No, give also give him 2 boss lead. Oh no, 1 boss lead because we have another Kraid kill in here.
Yes, and I would say the next play for Asder after
Dark World.
Hera. I'm sorry, you were saying?
I said Dark World. So, well, first Spiral, of course, but then Dark World. He has a whole bunch of Dark World to do. We got a 4th bile. 28 minutes in, we found all 4 biles.
Wow. Well, safety's not an issue. But yeah, I would say, yeah, Asder's next play is probably, if not Hype Cave, Thieves Town, Village of Outcasts. After Spiral, as you mentioned.
Blueprint has nothing so far other than an E-Tank. Vanilla Morph was 20 rupees.
So yeah, no need for the early morph play this time around.
Oh, there's that spring ball. And with the ice beam, it was a lot easier to get that one mushroom.
So that mushroom we can turn in pretty much right away.
I'm kind of confused with why Raiko is doing Spiral Cave before Hera. Because he's going to have to re-climb up everything. Anyway, Billy Mae's room had a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah, Red Rupee and an arrow cap upgrade, not going to help us.
Oh, Raiko hasn't done Brinstar. Oh. Yeah, he went down Red. Yeah, he went down Red Tower.
Yeah, missing the tools to backdoor Hera, unfortunately. And with Arcane, fake powder is also on the table now as a valid option. We do get our
Oh, go ahead.
We get our Dark World map check, and our other 2 pendants are at Thieves Town and Ice Palace.
So we may need a medallion, and that Bombos was just found behind the wave gates. So we may need that. But, of course, when Raiko sees that pendant Ice Palace, he's definitely going to dip it, because there's always something at Ice Palace. By the way, very out of 10 for this Hype Cave.
Yeah, that's a pretty good, pretty solid Hype Cave. You definitely want various suit for your lower Norfair dive. No grand hell runs today. Cheesinator finding the Quake medallion underneath Mother Brain, so that's 2 coins already.
Then we'll see if we can check Shaft Supers.
Yeah, Ice Beam and Speed Booster make this check incredibly convenient, actually.
Oh, wait, is Azur doing... oh, he's going straight into Pod. That hammer, he can check everything that's not the Helmsar King.
Yeah, plenty of bottles. Has a potion, blue potion already on reserve from before. So yeah, this is a very interesting play here. And we've had a couple of SMZ3 seeds over the last couple of weeks where the hammer has been at the very least French vanilla. I'm sorry, we're not looking for the hammer, we're looking for the bow.
Yeah, this would be like You know those weird like Oreos that's like reverse, where it's like the vanilla cookie and the chocolate cream filling? That's what this will be.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cheesenator took a lot of damage trying to do the speed booster, so now the very finger painstakingly long wall climb for a blue male.
That's an interesting one. Not sure if Cheese is gonna get that. Looks like,
This could easily be safety just to get out of here. Yeah, he's getting out.
Yeah.
He doesn't want the blue male.
Alright, so Pod is not bow locked. We did get a key in the first chest.
Got the big key in the second chest.
Looks like Ryko Rider is also up to the Shaft Supers.
He just got his blue male.
So yeah, Asder will now attempt a potion glitch here by drinking a potion to offset the camera just slightly to the point where it can be moved in this room, therefore allowing Link to pull the mimics off screen. And according to the game, if you can't see them, they're not there.
I can't see them. They can't see me. I need to rewatch all Red vs. Blue. Anyway, behind the arrow, which by the way, the bow, which by the way, this is all our logic, we get high jump boots. And the key.
High jump boots are, this is starting to become a really Super Metroid heavy mobility seed. We now have high jump boots, screw attack, spring ball, can fly with morph ball bombs. We're looking pretty solid for Super Metroid here. And with that various suit from Hype Cave, there's a lot of Norfair we can check as well.
We're basically can check almost anything that's not in Meridia. And some of Meridia. Yeah, no, Azur wanted to do a death warp to get back to the Sire Pod so he can check the back of it. Cheesenator did not have the morph, did come into the morph ball, Chirurgia with morph ball bomb, so he does have to fight the boss. It's a nice quick fight. Hammer Yump? Hammer Yump. Oh, there's our. Hey! Huh. Both Eastern and Pod had a shield in the big chest.
Fascinating. Now, what's next? Vanilla Mirror Shield?
I mean...
It could totally happen.
They always can. Oh! The dungeon item gift package inside the Dark Maze.
Oh, unfortunately, that's not going to do us that much good.
Azur on one heart does not want to take another death, so he took his time to kill all those turtles. He's going to have to be very careful inside this room with those anti-fairies. He's grabbing all the money he can.
Yeah, I understand this, because then with all the bottles you have, you can stockpile potions very easily.
I think he only skipped one bottle, which would have been the Spazer bottle. Which he has to remember, he did skip Spazer. Cheesenator really wants that blue mail, though. He's going for that blue mail.
Yeah, and it looks like Asder did take that death and is returning back to Super
No. He saved and quit. He didn't take a death. He was done with Pod. He did everything in Pod other than Helmsar.
Well, he did. No, he collided with an anti-fairy.
He did? I could have sworn he saved and quit, because I know he paused.
He did save and quit. He did pause, but immediately after he ran into an anti-fairy. Anywho, we've got, Asder, as I had suspected, is going to take that Varia suit and go, dive Norfair. We've got Link Force, however, doing a wreck ship play. There was only missiles at the moat, and Mirror underneath,
Well, there's
underwater.
gravity.
Gravity in the fire-locked area. This has been a recurring SMZ3 trend as well lately, as too, where the other suit is in the one suit is in the area where you need the other suit to get to. So Varia in Meridia.
So we got Mirror, we got Gravity and Varia now. One thing we're really missing is Space Jump, but you know. Oh wait, was that Flute?
It looked like something blue. I caught it for a split second. I'm going to check my playback and confirm.
Ice Rod?
Well, if it is Ice Rod, then we're probably not picking that up unless it ends up being something... Unless that ends up being needed for pedestal. And yep, it is in fact the Ice Rod. Double missiles at Bubble Mountain Reserve.
Well, I mean, that could also... You could also need the green pendant. Link Force gets his silvers.
That is true. To answer a question in chat, Gravity Suit was at the Cathedral.
We got Speed Booster location now. A few items up for grabs up here.
Yes, but because Asder is packing Speed Booster, will have to escape the rising lava, as that is tied to whether or not you have Speed Booster. And just a bigger quiver on the Speed Booster Terizo statue. And chat points out, yeah, Asder would have had to dodge the lava if he didn't have Gravity Suit. It kind of stops lava damage.
Yeah, we're about basically 40 minutes in. We're just a few items away from go mode.
Yeah, Super Metroid Go mode, logically we are looking for Charge Beam. The game does expect you to pick that up, but, and we're still very low on ammunition right now. Asder is only packing 15 Super Missiles.
Yeah, but if we find Charge Beam, he's good. Technically, we would need Gravity, not Gravity, Space Jump or Flute for our lower Norfair access.
Yeah, we could backdoor Ridley's lair through the Mire Shed.
Oh, Link Force took a fall trying to get to X-Ray. We know X-Ray is where the Moon Pearl is.
Ryko picking up their cane from Mission Impossible. And Cheese getting that Moon Pearl.
Yeah, Cheese the second one with Moon Pearl.
Oof, Link Force,
we're getting a Gravity Jump.
Yeah, Link Force forced to do an IBJ here to escape to get into to get that Moon Pearl. That guy is in a very bad spot. Just snuck under. That was incredibly tight.
Hey, if you guys like some of these plays these runners are doing, don't forget to give them all a follow. They are putting on an amazing show for you right now. That was a hype IBJ under pressure. Under pressure. Yeah, you got that stuck in your head now. You're
Yes,
welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, we are going through Lower Norfair now. A very dangerous area, especially with only a couple of E-tanks.
Yeah,
nice! Nice speed booster dash there.
Asder is making this look like a cakewalk.
But he's in the worst room of the game using iframes to dodge these gold pirates that would actually probably kill him in a few hits.
If I didn't have one hand being busy with the push to talk on the Discord, I would be slowly clapping in applause right now. And on top of that, he's rewarded with the Pegasus boots.
What are those? Chisenair is breaking open the way to Meridia for some reason, not going anything.
This is turning into quite the speed run, ladies and gentlemen. Now, looking at
that jump. I've never thought of doing that jump before. That's an amazing jump. Sorry.
That's all right. Looking at our shopping list here, so for Super Metroid, we are looking for either... Well, there's Charge Beam.
Yeah, well, we found it. Okay, we got Charge Beam. Good.
Wow,
good.
Lower Norfair and Ridley's Lair paying out the goods. But, yeah, we're looking for... let's think. Fire Rod, Flippers.
A medallion.
At least one medallion, depending on if any progressions in Total Rock. Bow.
Meyer. You're forgetting about Meyer. Meyer's medallion locked.
Yeah. Oh, I must have missed that. So, yeah, the only medallion that control us at this point is Ether. Ooh, Astor had to burn his reserves there. He has 3, so it is a lot of extra backup health, but
well, there's some extra health there.
Bailed out.
Is Azur going to go ahead and do Azur's going for Ridley.
This is an incredibly uncommon play with 400 total energy with reserve, plus 300 in reserve, and 15 super missiles.
He does not have any beams other than Charge Beam. He did not grab Wave Beam. He did not grab Ice Beam, and we don't know what Plasma is. This is going to be a very, very long Ridley fight. I mean, I don't know how much damage per charge shot it is for Ridley, but this is going to take so many charge shots.
Yeah, Astor taking no chances, electing to maximize his super missile count.
This is insane. 300 charge shards according to chat. So that means after these... Oh, he's also going to be using power bombs to damage Ridley as well. So we got a little bit of a combination here.
Yeah, this is the dictionary definition of throwing everything you have until it breaks.
Anyway, Link versus the next run is to go say hi to Kraid. We'll see if we get the quick kill or not.
Raiko getting his back of escape, Baron back of escape. Because I don't think back of escape had any treasure whatsoever.
It did not.
Astor is being very precise with his missile shots here, but has run out of regular missile ammo. It's going to be down to supers now.
He's saving them for the finale. Also have to be careful with these hits.
Oof, Ridley almost dunked him into the acid there. 10 super missiles left. Ridley is turning red.
Link Force is having some troubles. Kraid finally gets the Kraid kill. And that's a kill! If that does not deserve you guys following Azur right now, I don't know what would. I don't know.
Yeah, that is legendary performance there, and
Oh,
he's
there's
rewarded with our other coin.
If that is the ticket to Meyer, this is some god riding right now.
That is insane.
If that is your ticket into Misery Mire, this is god routing.
So yeah, that literally limits down our shopping list to flippers, fire rod, bow, and
That's it.
Titan's mitts.
Oh yeah, mitts, sorry. I'm so used to people being this far into the game already having mitts.
And as Mind of Me, our tracker points out, either space jump or flute.
Where Azur's going, he don't need no logic. Anyway, he's going to go ahead and get out of this Ridley escape now. We'll probably see him circle back around eventually to the Meyer exit. Raiko forgetting he had the fairy in the bottle.
Oops.
So he's going to take another, 12 hits here.
And you know what the craziest part about this whole... Well, actually, Azur's still got to get out first. But,
very nice manipulation of those rig key hunters, by the way.
Indeed. And another crazy thing about this is Azur does not have screw attack from...
Alpha Peeps missile.
That's the one.
Yep. No, and he could have gotten that. He could have also gotten an ice beam as well to make things a little bit easier for him. Wave beam was not in that bad of a location either. Actually, wave beam was probably something he could have checked like so early. There's our fourth and final note tank. In 48 minutes, we have found all 4 bottles and all 4 tanks, and almost every single item in Super Metroid. Oh, Azur's down to 54 health right now in the lava section. He's playing Super Metroid Impossible again.
Watch him get bailed out by another energy tank. Aww.
Okay, so
I'm just trying to help.
Oh my goodness! My heart! My heart! No!
Oof. Yeah, luckily Azur just saved, so nothing of significant consequence is lost.
Oh hey, we've gotten the whole Village of Outcast package a very long time ago. We're about ready to see it.
Yeah, Riker Rider is going to be our first restream runner into the Western Dark World.
Oh, Link Force is using the mirror to get to Hera.
Getting a nice good look at that Dark World map check. We actually neglected to mention our 5-6 crystals are Skull Woods and Misery Mire. Or at least I didn't catch that earlier.
Azur got almost. I was about to say Azur got his revenge, but I almost commentator cursed it.
Yeah, and Azur only has like a very small double-digit amount of energy in his reserves right now.
I think he only has 1. Oh no, he had 2. So that hit actually, even though that would have been like 20 something, healed him back up to 2 because the refill takes you back up. So he actually did that for an extra hit.
Very, very nice. That's a very heads-up play there. And Azur elects to pick up that ice rod on the way out.
You don't want double dip.
No, you don't. Especially since Bubble Mountain is a little out of the way.
We may actually say hi to Yeah, we're going to say hi to Croc. For Spazer, probably. Azur's probably going to grab that Spazer for the little bit extra damage if he doesn't find Plasma.
Yeah, you don't want to. You already had to do Ridley with at charge at minimum. You do not want to do Mother Brain with the same circumstances, especially since you need twice as much ammo.
Also, he has no missiles going into this.
Yeah, no missiles, but Charge Beam is not a bad alternative in this case. Croc is being incredibly cooperative with Asdur as well.
And that's a dead Croc.
All that for a pack of missiles. And Raiko did find one of our Skull Woods items so far. It looks like it is a big 20.
Now remember, this is on earlier logic. You're so used to people checking that one chest in the bumper room. In this logic, it's always a key.
Yeah, none of that game expecting you to save and quit if you have that kind of problem in this version. That is
Azur yep. Because he was so low on health, they decided to give him a health bomb for a boss drop.
Well, that'll definitely make the trek out of Croc's lair easier.
A few more items to grab. We're about to have our second Moldorm fight on Link Force's side. Cheesenator just got his big key and now he's going to climb his way back out. Raiko thinking that there was a well in Dark World?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Probably checking his map. Oh, there's the Titan's Mitt!
Well, considering that's outside its vanilla dungeon, what do you call that? Strawberry flavored?
Yeah, Poltzlin?
Oh, that's an option, yeah.
I
didn't think about that one.
Here on Speed Gaming, us commentators make up stuff all the time. It's all made up. The SLL points don't matter. You know. We are getting a dip of Pendant Thieves Town. 4 items up for grabs. There's a big key in the first 4 chests here. We're getting some missiles.
I actually kind of like this play because you just picked up Titan's Mitts, so right after you do this, or at least check the first 4, you're going to be able to route in, no mirror unfortunately yet, but you'll be able to at least take the Smith on a world tour if you would like to do so.
Yeah, we still have Stumpy to check. There's our big key. We'll see if Raiko stops after the front 4. And there's our... Ooh, nice refill. Well, Death Warping just became a little bit more difficult.
And it looks like Raiko is electing to check the back. We only saw, I believe it was 1 item or 2 items.
Link Force going through Spike Cave without invincibility. I think he forgot he didn't have invincibility?
He's banking on his bottles and his fairy.
Cheesenator takes a fall.
And it looks like that one fairy actually ended up being the call.
Very nice play from Link Force for a E-Tank. He's just going to go ahead and just let himself go. And Azur did get the Spazer. That was basically all that was there. I think him grabbing Spazer reminded him that there's still Spazer to check. More likely, he may also climb up Red Tower. That is also an option for him as well.
Yeah, and I would have to wager Asdur's probably thinking about going to wreck ship now.
Oh,
especially
Meridia.
Since...
Nope, we were both wrong. It's Meridia.
You know what? This equally makes sense. You could pretty much full clear this.
Yep. Alright, we got, I cannot believe I forgot the name of this area.
Main Street Missiles.
Main Street Missiles, there we go.
And Crab Supers was regular missiles, so they just had the items swapped.
It's been months. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyway, looks like next up is Mama Turtle.
2 items up for grabs down here, and 1 very angry turtle.
I don't know why Mama Turtle's so angry. You're not doing anything to her. There's our rib boomerang that Azur's going to grab, mostly for the Gans Tower check. And another piece of art. Got a couple more checks down here for some reason. Okay, what's your preference? Do you grab the maiden before big chest, or do you do big chest before maiden? I don't think either way's faster, is it?
Doesn't really make that much of a difference. I mean, the maiden will follow you either way.
Yeah. Some more rupees, I think. Oh, it's rare that you got the smaller key for me. I guess that's true as well.
Yeah, the small key was in the first chest, so I can understand the mentality behind that one.
So we're going to get ourselves a blind fight. And here I was hoping that we were going to miss out on this pun. Oh, Miranda is looking pretty empty right now. We just checked watering hole. Raiko is timing his sword slashes to the boss music.
Unfortunately, Raiko got a little off script here, but recovered quite nicely.
According to one of the other runners in the race chat, they have died 8 times in 30 minutes.
Oh my.
Oh yeah. Alright. Going to check Aqueduct real fast. Never seen it be checked that way, but more power to him. Oh, nice heart container.
Yeah, it's not unusual if it works.
His health. He did that because of his health.
Oh yeah, he's down to under an E-tank yet again.
He's been living life dangerously this whole seed. I wonder if it's because he got the world record on Super Metroid Impossible.
It probably does have something to do with it, all things considering, because the added, I only caught a small glimpse of that run, but that Oates did at AGDQ. But the amount of effort that's required to pull that off in the stuff off in Super Metroid Impossible is absolutely mind-boggling. So to have a bit of that muscle memory to get the world record, transition over to SMZ3, I think it's doing Asdor a lot of favors here.
Oh yeah. You know, some people will say if you get into some, oh, there's the magic cape. Other than that, actually, the Hills of Outcast was empty aside from the mids. But like most people say, you need to try and get under, like if you really want to be good at SMZ3, you need to work on both, you know, Legend of Zelda and no major glitches and Super Metroid 80%. Get both to like a, you know, not like top 20 time, but you know, still in the, you know, top time.
Not seen much in that sand pit there. Just money.
Yeah, we're kind of at the point where we got all of our major items super early and super fast. So, since we're just looking for Fire Rod and Bow now, basically, there's still like 150 locations for them.
Yeah, they're also looking out for those flippers as they're needed for Swamp, but luckily we know where all of our medallions
There's our Fire Rod.
Oh, that's one item off the shopping list. One of the bigger ones, too.
And we got ourselves a Batoon fight.
And Raiko is electing to do the World Tour option with the Smith.
I still want to commentate to see where someone takes the Smith into the Ganon fight.
You know, the Smith really got a big world tour in earlier this afternoon's miscellaneous Monday ALTTPR daily race. I gotta tell ya. And there's Raiko's various suit.
Is Azur trying to speed booster across this room? Looks like he's... Oh! He just lost it. Yeah, he did. Unfortunately.
Valiant effort nonetheless. Looks like we're getting a mushroom check from Link Force here. This will be some new information for us after a couple of minutes.
That means that Link Force decided not to fake powder as well. Or he may save scum this. He's not doing either.
Doesn't look like it.
And it's now time for our Dragon fight.
Yeah, with Grapple Beam, this fight should be a cakewalk. Grapple Beam, Shine Spark, options are there.
Grapple Beam would be kind of dangerous, though.
Oh yeah, because Azur's a low health scenario.
I probably wouldn't be surprised if we see some speed booster strats. Oh, looks like he's doing both speed booster and grapple. He maybe have done enough damage with speed booster to just do the quick grapple right there, and that's death.
Yeah, the grapple strats, I mean, both suits also amplify damage resistance quite a bit, so that only ended up doing about 40 damage. Probably would have been like 50 or 60 if Dragon was at full health.
And Meridia had nothing. Unless there's something on Shack Tool.
Wanna bet?
Not really.
But yeah, Shack Tool or Plasma are only two checks left down there.
It looks like Link Force is doing all the mirror checks that we have not seen yet.
Yeah, Graveyard Ledge was just some missiles, unfortunately.
Oh, he did not get the boots for... Oh, yeah, he hasn't been down to Ridley, so he doesn't have the boots for the other mirror check. Alright, looks like we're not seeing either Shack Tool or Plasma. Azur's getting out of here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the next play is. Azur is still missing Titan's Mitts, so probably going to go to West Dark World now.
Azur Azur still has a majority of Link to the Past to check. Yeah, he's going to miss out on Mirror. He's missing out on Silvers as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if he starts checking a whole bunch of stuff now.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised Azur decided to not to go to Wreck Ship, given that it's full clearable under current circumstances.
So most runners in SMZ3, they will save Fantoon for last, because if you're in go mode and all you have left is Fantoon, you run in, kill Fantoon, run out.
Makes sense.
It's literally a 2-minute Wreck Ship, and that's what most runners hope for. Raiku's doing the fake powder. We saw the mushroom had nothing. We'll see if we need the magic powder for anything. We still haven't seen a Gina. That's another check we have not seen from these runners.
Oh, good point.
All right, nothing for either of those fetch quests. All right. Azur may be actually on his way to grab Ice Ride. He did not do any of these shouts for. He's doing Spear Zero checks, folks.
The funny thing is, he could have put there was nothing in these Sphere Zero checks, so he could have saved time by skipping these. Which the thing is, though, there's so many checks that you would never skip them. You're almost never going to skip them, no matter where you are in the seat, unless you're in go mode.
Yeah, they're dense. Like, you never skip the dense areas. Yeah, we'll see if Azur grabs his Ice Beam, which he may. I mean, he has boots. It's not that hard of a check unless he runs into those little green guys.
Alright, Cheese getting their Spazer.
Raiko's getting trolled by Dead Rocks. I mean, can you really call yourself an SMZ3 runner if you're not being trolled by Dead Rocks?
Nope.
Alright, so Azur's on 3 beams right now. Wave is still at 230. We'll see if he grabs that. We still don't know what Plasma is, so we don't have a full beam combo. Link Force now has more lift power. Cheesenator is... Where's Cheesenator going?
Looks like he's clearing out Bubble Mountain.
Azur with a water running to do these checks. Looks like he's going straight to Zora. It's going to be kind of disappointed with what he sees.
I believe
Don't
we
worry.
are also getting our first look at Waterfall Fairy here.
Oh yeah, because no one had, yeah. Well,
No.
Raiko is actually doing Dark East Death Mountain. We're going to see what we need. We need Ether for Turtle Rock.
That could be either a blessing or a curse, depending on if Turtle Rock has any valuable progression. I mean, bow on Laser Bridge, am I wrong?
I mean, there was the one seed 2018 Link to the Past tournament that had both Ice Rod and Fire Rod. Oh, there's the bow! Bow and East Dark Ducks Mountain. Can I speak? No, I can't speak. Anyway, go ahead.
Super Bunny Cave?
Super Bunny Cave. There we go.
But yeah, Super Bunny Cave with bow, which means now we can full clear Eastern and Pod, and with Mirror, Link Force would be the only one able to rapid fire both of those.
There's Plasma. We have our full beam combo available. If Raiko goes to Fireflies... Oh, there's the flutes! Hookshot Cave is the new hype cave for today.
Yes, and with that, that does put the rest of Lower Norfair back into logic, with the exception of the Showcase Showdown item.
Which is, no matter how you get there, still requires space jump.
Yeah, things have been looking really good for Super Metroid, but at this point, we're borderline Super Metroid Go mode at this point.
I mean, Azur's basically in Go mode. That flute, actually with that flute, because we know where Charge Beam and everything is, we're set for Super Metroid.
Yeah, we're...
Go ahead.
And knowing Asder, given the gutsy plays he's been making up to this point, he's not going to be looking around for too much more Super Metroid safety, especially with 4 E-Tanks and 4 Nope Tanks.
Yeah, he's going to start clearing out one-offs. We know he needs to get the Titans from the Dark Villas of Outcast. There we go.
Yeah, and
we know where Flute is. Mir is at Rex Ship. If he finds Mir, he's in good situation. We still need flippers.
Yeah, that's pretty much our only missing in action item at this point. And there's the nice thing about flippers is there's a lot of stuff where it can't be. It can't be in ice. It can't be in swamp.
So that's roughly 9 IM locations. Anyway, Link Force found Space Jump, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was in
Hammer Pegs.
Hammer Pegs.
Azur's about ready to get his mirror. So Azur needs to find the Fire Rod and Bow, which we now know where they both are in Dark World. Titan Mitz gets him to the bow. Mind you, the bow and the Fire Rod could be leading them to the flippers at the back of Skull Woods, or on Armos, or on, Pod.
Yeah,
King. That's it.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point if flippers are on a boss. That would honestly be best case scenario right now.
Or even worse, Flippers is at the very end of this very long go mode chain, and it's on Green Pendant behind Trinex.
Oh, you know what? That is a very distinct possibility.
But we do know that our good location, our favorite location, Ped, is dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, there will be no valuable items on the pedestal today, not even for Super Metroid.
Yeah, no, we actually found every single Super Metroid item.
Yep. Asdor, meanwhile, taking on Argus. Has both suits, so Phantoon won't be dealing that much damage.
Striker points something out in chat that's the ghost of Argus.
Yeah, fair enough.
He called Phantoon Argus just now.
Careful. Don't send him into his enraged state with that comment.
No, that's what the will wisps are. Anyway, Asdor has finished his last Super Metroid boss.
Wow, 113 and Asdor is pretty much all ready to wrap up Super Metroid.
He's still looking for flippers, and he's looking for 3 items. Possibly, he doesn't know the medallions, or we don't even know the medallions. He didn't backtrack out.
Yeah, the only medallion we know is Turtle Rock, but Turtle Rock is a pendant, so really what we would like to know is Meyer, which Raiko can figure out for us. Although I think Link Force is also about to get the flute as well. And Cheesenator about to dive through what was ultimately a pretty barren Meridia. With the exception of, we don't know what was on Shack Tool or Plasma Beam.
Yeah, Asdor has orphaned a handful of checks. He's also skipped out on Spazer, which we know is just a bottle of green goo today. Link Force with his bow.
Cheesenator making this climb through Main Street look pretty easy.
I don't know about you, but I like doing like a little wall jump before doing that gigantic shine spot. I don't know, it just looks cool to me. And we're Link Force with Plasma. So I think all he's missing is charge to be Quispy. Asdor being Quispy from that little electrical charge thingy.
Yeah, he's Quispy, but we don't want him to also be skewered.
Alright, nothing here.
On the subject
And
of skewers.
Raiko's going to the boss. This will be his first crystal clear.
Indeed, and it will be some new information on for us, as we do know that Armos Knights has our final Eastern Palace item.
And of course, if it's the flippers, us commentators and viewers are going to be in no mode. Not something you can say very often, an hour and 15 minutes into a seed.
Especially after the stuff we've already witnessed and the, top tier decision by Asdor to God route in Ridley's lair.
Ooh, missed the Shine Spark to run through all the key hunters.
Yeah, these enemies here in Wreck Ship just do not play fair.
The attic is one of the hardest rooms in the game if you're a new runner to this. And we get Armos with silvers. It's just going to be dead, 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 dead. And it's just supers. There's our tempered sword. That's just going to speed things up for Azure with all the Link to the Past he still has left to do.
Yeah, tempered sword, still silverless, although... Yeah, Astra may be able to... Yeah, there won't actually be a good opportunity to route those in.
No, he can do silverless, so he's not too worried about it.
Yeah, definitely, and silvers are just a little out of the way at this point, so I can't imagine Astra's going to route them in.
Oh, he doesn't even know where they're at, so, I mean... I'm sure if he did, he might just go grab them real fast, because, you know... There's a book.
That gives us our tablet and, our tablet checks.
Only a couple of checks left in Rex ship, and then we just have a whole bunch of one-offs as they're skipped over. So if I were to recap the seed as Azure gives himself a massive headache, this has been the Azure just going where all the items are show. It's not spoiled seed, he's just been god rallying. Basically, this seed wanted you to go to Super Metroid early for a whole bunch of movement items, and there's just a whole bunch of items just right in the open.
Not to mention pretty much your Dark World access in two places close by.
Yes, so basically since about the hour and 10-minute mark, we've just been looking for the flippers, and we know where the runners would need to go for go mode. We still got one last check, two last checks here in Wreck Ship. The Speed Booster item. And then the Gravity Suit item. Speed Booster's up first, and it's going to be another Rupee Horde.
That should definitely be our last one.
Oh yeah, we also found all 4 Biles early, all 4 reserve tanks early. Yeah, nothing was actually in the Wreck Ship unless that book leads someplace.
Yeah, and the only good that could come from that book at this point are the tablets.
Yeah, I mean flippers. Yeah.
Which let's see how Azure decides to route those in.
Oh, he's going down Red Tower. He will grab the silvers as he's on his way down. More than likely, he'll also hit Spazer while he's down here as well. Don't know if he will check Blue Bryn. Hopefully he doesn't, because there was nothing in Blue Bryn.
Yeah, runners would ideally like to go for the fabled Bryn skip if they could get away with it. And I imagine Azur's still
Green
in...
Bryn.
Oh, okay.
That's Green Bryn. The Bryn skip is Green Bryn.
Fair enough.
Well, technically it's all Bryn, including, Red Tower, but... Now, when Solsky and some of the other runners call it the Bryn skip, you just, you skip Green Bryn.
Fair enough.
Azur's getting a screw attack after he's done everything in Super Metroid.
Yeah, probably wishing he had that about 35 minutes ago. Or earlier.
So Tuesday here is on our favorite grabby space alien monster. And Raiko is about to go to the back of pod. Azur's going to see the last potion and maybe wish he didn't check Red Tower after.
I imagine he's going to be feeling more so like neutral, with at the very least now containing Tempered Sword Silver Arrows. That makes Ganon pretty much free this seed.
I think Azur's actually going to reclimb Red Tower to get to Blue Bren. And then the only thing he skipped is the front of Gauntlet, which we know is nothing. Plasma and Shactyl, and he's 100% Super Metroid. Oh, he's also skipped Wavegate Room, which was a medallion.
Yeah, it was Quake.
Bombos.
It was Bombos.
Quake's not in Mudbren.
That's the one.
If he goes to
Link Force taking advantage of the Hookshot Cave Plasma Beam to really tear apart Upper Norfair here.
Okay, Raikou finds out that he now has a Root Shield! Surprise!
Setting up another Death Warp there.
Yeah, no, Azur's going to Blue Bren. We'll probably grab the Blue Mail as well. He's going to have like a lot of health and a lot of defense going back into Link's Past. He hasn't really played it yet. I think he's only spent at most like 17 minutes in Link's Past. I thought he was about ready to skip that E-Tank.
I was about to scratch my head real hard if that was going to be the case.
So Raikou's about to face Helmasaur. Azur sees the Mushroom and Spring Ball. I don't see him grabbing Spring Ball, but you know, he may surprise us.
Yeah, at this point, Azur certainly doesn't need it.
And of course, you know, he's going to check Hookshot Cave. He's getting that Plasma. He's going to have a full beam combo, so ammo is not an issue today. You know, he's grabbing it just for the memes.
I can respect that. I appreciate the memes.
It is the best time in the game, and there was many outrage last year when we took the Spring Ball off the SMZ3 tracker. Rest in peace,
dear.
Spring Ball on tracker. Rest in peace. Anyway, we're going to see another Super Metroid item that, you know, Azur's not getting to first. She's name is checking Plasma.
Alright, so this is some one more bit of new information. Let's see. Survey says...
Oh, hey, there's our Mirror Shield!
Yeah, that's not going to do us any good.
Anyway, Helmasaur King is trolling Raikou. Azur has all the medallions, so who cares what's on Meyer? There's a thing saying Meyer is Ether. Did someone check that?
I don't think so. I certainly didn't see it.
Oh, our tracker is guessing. Our tracker was a little bored with no items being found, so he's guessing. Oh, Azur gets the Blue Mail, and Helmasaur King had nothing. So that's 3 of the 4 dungeons we can get to with nothing. I guess we can also now get into Desert. Azur's only one that can fully clear it if its boots locked. Cheesenator is getting out of Meridia. We will not see Shactyl yet.
No, it's starting to look less likely that Shactyl is going to end up having our flippers. And again, we're still in a weird scenario where there's not a lot we can check where flippers could be. Raikou is in the Meyer area, and we're going to get the Meyer Shed, and what do you know? It is Ether for Misery Meyer. How about that?
Oh, now our tracker gets to brag a bit. He gets it right.
And with that, we're in no mode.
Yep, we are in no mode. That means we as the viewer will knows where every single item we need is to beat the game. We know Raiko needs to get to the far back of Lower Norfolk to get his ether. We're also in boots mode. Don't forget, we're also in boots mode. So Raiko is a Ridley kill away from being in boots mode. Aster still has a lot he needs to do. Yeah, he basically shot through Super Metroid, but we need him to get to Village Valcast to get his mitts.
Yeah, and with Aster in on Death Mountain once again, he's gonna check Ether Tablet and he's gonna go to DDM. He's gonna get the
He doesn't have mitts.
the bow. Oh wait, yeah, no mitts. You're right.
What mitts? Yeah, no, he needs to get to Village Valcast. He's had access to Village of Valcast since like the 25-minute mark.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that's, well, granted, the Lower Norfair portal is pretty convenient, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised all this time we're still not seeing him go to Village of Outcasts.
Actually, I don't know. Is Azur going back down to Lower Norfair to... yeah, he's going back down to Lower Norfair to go to Meyer. I'm not sure about this. Not sure about this one, Captain. But he will get his flippers.
That is true, and that may actually be a bit more of a curse than a blessing, because that's gonna possibly lure him to Swamp and away from the bow and the Titan's mitts.
Yeah, he needs to get to Myershed, which I believe he's going to now. We need to get the Titan's mitts to go up to Hookshot Cave for the bow, and Stumpy has the fire rod.
Unfortunately, we didn't comment on it earlier, but Raiko did take a death in Super Metroid, and it didn't cost much against Gold Torizo. It was right after a transition, so that is a free save.
Yes, but we know Raiko just now needs to actually get to Reichship for his mirror, and he also needs to beat Ridley for his ether. Possibly boots, but he'll grab his boots on his way to Ridley, I'm sure. Cheese Nair needs to go get his mitts, needs to beat Ridley, needs to get to Hookshot Cave. And Link Force is actually also close. Link Force just needs to beat Ridley and also get his flippers, which Link Force with the space jump can actually get to Ridley that way as well. So actually, all of our runners are kind of close together in items. Azur has the current lead on Super Metroid. Raiko actually has the lead on Link to the Past for boss kills.
Yeah, Raiko went ahead to do that Pod Eastern combo despite not having the mirror, so that's one dungeon bigger than the other that he won't have to worry too much about when it's time for cleanup. And
more likely with how Azur's routing, he's going to be in go mode whenever he gets... well, actually, didn't Azur already fully clear Pod aside from Helmstar? So, yeah.
Yes. That was actually one of the first places he went to in the Dark World.
Which is weird. I'm not quite sure about that one, Captain.
And that's definitely one we should be sure to ask him in the interview.
But we will see Meyer here, I'm sure, from Azur.
Definitely. He can full clear this right now, so he's gonna full clear it right now.
We're also going to see Desert, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, this is really the only time you can fit this in with additional checks. Ooh, looks like Raiko fell down the tiles in Mickey Mouse room. All right, so Desert Palace is, I believe, boots locked.
Yep, any key on that torch is boots locked. But, you know, checking Mickey Mouse room gets you the boots, which Raiko will get.
Yeah, as long as everybody goes to Lower Norfair and Ridley's lair before dipping Desert/Mire, they should be pretty much okay to quick clear both dungeons.
All right, so we get the heart, and we're going to go ahead and see what Lamolas have. Cheese is about to get his sword and his book, which so far we know leads to nothing. So actually, you could have just go mode wreck ship today, get the mirror, and get out.
Yeah, the only thing you would have missed out on under those circumstances is Tempered Sword, which, I imagine our runners would not have any qualms about doing Master Sword Silverless Ganon if they had to.
And also, Meridia had nothing. So all of our progression today actually was in Norfair and Brinstar.
Yeah, Norfair, Brinstar, and the western half of the Dark World. And Dark Death Mountain, of course.
Ooh, Raiko did not check Fireflea's room, so he could have the full beam combo against Ridley, but he doesn't.
Astor still missing that Fire Rod as electing try Ice Rod strats. Does nail 4 out of the 6 shots for Landmolus, but pretty quick fight.
We also had Dragon Dead on Link Force's side. And Azur's going to dip Mire next. Oh, he's going to check the big chest. He thought the iron was on Lemos.
Yeah, that's a pretty common gamble we see in these runs. Just unfortunate that didn't pay out. It's not too long of a check, but it's still, you would like to save time where you could.
Oh, it's the, let's give all the other runners a chance to find items check. And the other item desert was an air capacity upgrade. We knew there was nothing else in there.
Yeah, it couldn't have been that valuable. Maybe Butter Sword, but that's about it.
Butter Sword doesn't have much damage, though, unfortunately. It kind of helps with Turtle Rock, and it kind of helps with Ganon's Tower, but it's not that much of a time save.
Now, Astor unfortunately has to do Mire without silvers, so Vidi is going to be a little bit of a tougher fight than ideal circumstances would warrant.
He has enough health. He's just going to stand in the goop and spin slash.
Yeah, 13 hearts blue mail, definitely. Well, the goop does 1 heart per second regardless, but yeah, Tempered Sword spins will definitely make short work of those eyeballs.
He's going for a Godmire. Does he think? Oh, there's our first item Mire. There's only 2 items in Mire.
Be hilarious if it was a Godmire in the sense that both items are in these front 2 chests. Sort of a reverse Godmire, actually.
Oh, nope, we got a key.
Not quite.
Raiko's going to be a little upset whenever he sees how close the charge beam was. It was still a nice fight for him to kill Ridley.
Yeah, Raiko's doing a lot better on ammo than Asder was. Remember, Asder went into that fight with only 15 super missiles and 60 regular missiles. Raiko's running 70 regular missiles and 40 supers.
Again, you know, Asder fought Ridley at like, what, 40 minutes?
Maybe a tad earlier.
3 E-tanks, just a whole bunch of reserves. It was a stressful fight, to be sure. Fire Rod is on Stumpy today. And there's the full beam combo for Raiko.
Another thing that's actually making Raiko Screw Attack dive is Screw Attack, but check out Link Force's screen. We are getting a Shack tool check here. Unfortunately, at this point, we already know that's not going to help us.
This is 100% Super Metroid on screen. Azure gets the vanilla big key. Oh yeah, no, that was... It was like around 40 minutes because remember I said 48 minutes was when we found the 4th nope tank.
That's right.
You remember those? Those were happier times. We were finding items all over the place. Anyway,
Raiko's zipping through the Three Musketeers room here. And it's just a hard piece on Shack.
And see, you know, Link killed Shack Tool. And he didn't realize that Shack Tool left him some love. I mean, that's just heartless, man.
And adding insult to injury.
Again.
And now that's what you call no love lost.
Last items on Vitreous.
Asder's a little lower on health, down to just half 6 hearts. So, gonna be a little bit of an interesting trek through or at least has the lamp to light up the dark rooms. This is one of the harder ones in the game if you're running this lampless. So with Cheese having picked up the Titan's mitts, all that's left on their to-do list is Fire Rod from Stumpy, Boots from Ridley, and Bo from Super Bunny Cave. And Flippers from Meyer Shed. There's a few things on Cheese's shopping list.
Alright, we're going to see what's on Vitreous.
Oh, took a collision from the eyeballs, down to 1 heart.
I mean, he has the blue potion. He could be drinking it right about now.
Yeah, this is more of that living life on the edge mentality we've seen from him all night.
Got the many eyeballs down.
And now
this one's just, yeah.
A case of whack-a-mole here. And that Vidii has a lot of health.
128 hit points. That's why it takes 2 silvers to kill it, because silvers does 64 damage to it.
Ah, the famous 64. Good time for video games.
Looks like Link First is going to start clearing out some dungeons now. Azur's done here. He's going to go check Gina, because, you know, we've all been ignoring Gina today. Cheeseneer's going to get a space jump.
Now we're going to see Asder's next play is going to be pretty significant. We'll see if Asder elects to go to Swamp or to Village of Outcasts. We know that Village of Outcasts is ultimately his next call, but unfortunately, he also has the tools to full clear Swamp Palace.
That is true. Yeah, so right now, Azur, for his path to go mode, it is Village of... Oh, he's going to Swamp. He's going straight to Swamp.
Yeah, I'm not shocked by this play. It's a crystal. You could full clear it. 6 items. You're not too far away from go mode.
Just avoiding the Village of Outcasts. I know so many people, the second they get Dark World access, they either go to Hive Cave or Village of Outcasts, and I don't know. Just think of how much more of a jet seat this would have been if you went to Village of Outcasts early.
Oh yeah, if this was a spoiler log race, we'd be done by now, probably.
Oh yeah, easily.
I know the hard spoiler race last Monday only lasted, I think it was actually sub 2 hours.
Oh no, our first spoiler log race, Aussie beasted in 75 minutes.
Yeah, it was something ridiculously fast. But yeah, this race, I'm just trying to look at our runners and where they are and see who is more likely to hit their go modes first at this point.
Honestly, Raiko. Right now, Raiko... I'm sure he has boots. He's just missing the mirror.
If that is the case, then yeah, all Raiko has to do is go to wreck ship, and that's GG. Which...
Well, not GG. There's still a whole bunch of dungeons to clear.
Well, go mode, GM. Fair enough.
We're going to see the other tablet. So even though this was a fast seed, we are still seeing the whole game. Probably not Turtle Rock, but the whole game.
I wouldn't be surprised if the big keys in tile room at this rate.
Oop. Oh no, this is definitely a Hope Room seed. This is going to be big key, small key.
I mean, one can hope, right?
Azur's going straight to the back. We'll see if he decides to dip out after he gets done with the back of Swamp.
That would be the ideal circumstance for Asder at this point, because we know that left side Swamp is going to be barren.
He's basically going to only be missing 3 checks. I mean, he could still be lucky, and the last 3 checks are dungeon items, but I think he's already got them. Oh, there's the big key. There's the map. Okay. I spoke too soon.
Yeah, that means there's something in left side Swamp.
There's X-ray. Just because you need an X-ray.
Yeah, unfortunately that X-ray is just too little too late. There are no bosses left to microwave for Asder.
X-ray is also a really good checking tool. Like, you can X-ray before deciding to dip into there. X-ray shack tool without having to waste power bombs.
Wreck Ship Reserve, of course, is one that comes into mind a lot.
But while a lot of people don't want X-ray because it messes up your ion cycling, and Cheesener finds out it's boots lock, unfortunately.
Alright, down goes Argus for Asder. That's going to be crystal number 3, and that's where the powder was hiding.
Ooh, this actually may push Asder towards Vales of Outcast.
I think it's going to push him there anyway, because the only other thing he could do at this point is...
Eastern.
Yeah, and even then, he doesn't have bow, so it wouldn't be a very tantalizing play.
He also did not dip back into Swamp.
Yeah, he's skipping left side, which is a good move. And it looks like Raiko is going to Meridia. Well, what happened there? Asder got lurched back a little bit. It didn't look like that was his control input. I'm glad I was the only one in chat who saw that. But yeah, after he ignited the Bombos tablet, he just moved back. The camera just stuck with him on that one. Alright, Link Force is dipping, clearing out Pod now. This will be a full clear for him. Picks up the lag shield from the big chest. Oh, wait a minute, the mirror shield was in a... oh, wait, no. The third shield was not in a big chest. Never mind.
No, the third shield was that plasma.
Which, I guess you could call it Meridia's big chest.
I mean, no, you get after you beat the boss. There's no like
Fair enough.
big chest. Yeah, there's no big chest that way.
Alright, Asder is going to Village of Outcasts. This is where he needs to be. And then it's going to be a trip through Skull... Well, it's first going to be a trip through Skull Woods, I would wager.
Yeah, he has the fire rod, and that's a quick clear for him. He's only down to Skull Woods and Eastern and Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, and luckily, because of Asder's current position, routing in Pyramid Ferry is a little tough to do, so that's gonna keep him away from Pyramid Ferry for a bit, which, granted, which we know that is not the right play either, so...
Now, see, if I have the fire rod, I'm more of a fan of going straight to the back of Skull Woods and working forward.
I agree, especially considering that big key was in the back, as Cheeseinator has just revealed to us.
Yeah, no, sometimes you might get lucky and both items are back there. There's a chance that the fire could be back there. Hey, we're getting pet check!
Just couch cash. Move right along.
I mean, we've known Pedestal's been dead now for about what, 40 minutes?
On that line. Ever since we became hunting for flippers. Well, that was really interesting. Astor used the cane block while facing right, and it moved over his head right onto the switch. I'm gonna have to ask Astor about all these like mini optimizations here, because this is some next level stuff.
Ooh, actually, depends on how Azure plays his Dark role play. He may not get Plasma and Flute.
Yeah, if he elects to start go-moding as soon as he gets to Super Bunny Cave, yeah, there's a possibility he can miss out on that Flute and Plasma Beam there. And I think that is what Astor is going to do, since he's already on Tempered Sword Silver Arrows, and while having Plasma Beam does amp up your Charge Beam a lot, missing out on just Plasma isn't the worst thing in the world.
What, 600 damage less on Mother Brain?
I think it's 600 damage less, and but even then, at this point, Astor has picked up more ammunition as well, so the extra supers will remedy that flaw. And Astor also getting the good news that it's just Couch Cash on the pedestal and he can just move right along. Alright, Link Force unfortunately does not have Ether, so Meyer is going to have to be on the wait list for them for the moment. Ryko playing it kind of difficult, having low energy again. Although it does appear to have reserves, so well protected from certain death, I would say.
Azur's doing a late lumberjack check. And he now has mid. Oh no, he didn't do Village of Outcasts. Okay, he may backtrack to it now.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he went straight to Lumberjack after Skull Woods. I would hope Village of Outcasts is next on his to-do list as well. But he's going to check Graveyard Legend King's Tomb first. And Bonk Rocks, I would imagine. Because, yeah, I can't see a better opportunity to route in Village of Outcasts than right now after these checks. Plasma Beam making short work of Bot Wound there for Ryko Rider. Cheesinator, meanwhile, has entered Super Bunny Cave and will pick up that bow. To answer question in chat, what Cheesinator is doing is manipulating the AI of the Golden Chorizo to only spit out those yellow eggs in order to increase...
Get more ammo.
Get more ammo. Because if your ammo is low enough, that's the only attack Gold Turizo will do if you're standing in the correct position.
And you also avoid the like little laser beam attack it does sometimes.
True.
But yeah, so 30 is the magic number for that.
Alright, looks like Asder is going to catfish, and,
I believe.
yeah, that's unfortunately taking him further away from the village. Oi. She's meanwhile getting the flute and plasma beam.
Now where Azur's going. He has a Pyramid Fairy. Okay, we're going to see Pyramid Fairy.
Interesting. I was just saying how it seems Pyramid Fairy is a little out of the way given the circumstances, but Asder proving me wrong.
He must have the Village of Outcasts skip. He is adamant on the Village of Outcasts skip.
Yeah, that's unfortunately just gonna bite him. Link Force, meanwhile, is doing the Ridley play here, so this is gonna net Link Force Pegasus Boots and Ether, which will actually put him in Go mode.
So what's Azure doing now? He has not done the Hyrule Dungeon.
No, he has not. Luckily, this won't be too slow with Tempered Sword, but even still, this is just kind of painful to watch, not gonna lie.
Link Force did get the boots.
Oh. Well, in that case, it's just a matter of getting that Ether Medallion from Ridley, and then that's,
He'll be our first runner in Go mode. And he's actually... Ooh, he's in a really good position to be in Go mode as well.
Because, yeah, he's already done Pod and Eastern. So it would just be a matter of combining Mire and Desert. Detouring to Skull... Yeah, detouring to Skull Woods.
And then just running through the back of Swamp Palace. His Go mode dungeons are really nice. We know Mire, unfortunately, Mire is not that nice of a Go mode dungeon this time around, but...
As you would expect from a Crystal Mire.
You never get the God Mires when you want them.
Raikou doing a lot of resets here in Meridia. And Link Force will farm up some additional ammunition before the Ridley fight. He's really low on super missiles. And does not have charge beam, so is going to have to rely on auxiliary weaponry for this fight. Aster has elected to get back into Super Metroid. It looks like he's going for front of Gauntlet. He is absolutely desperate to skip Village of Outcasts if at all possible.
I like that cheeky little ice beam on that bomb grabber. Like you did, it was like just point blank.
Yeah, the point blank ones are always the the point blank ones are always the scary ones.
Azur, you already know what's at the back of this.
I think it was the first runner to show us, for that matter.
Yeah, no, he knows what it is. I think he's actually going to Mother Brain. I'm actually beginning to think he forgot he did not do Village of Outcasts.
Oh my.
Because you normally do these Mother Brain plays when you're trying to figure out where you need to go for your next item.
You might be right on that front.
If that's the case, well, I mean, okay, so most runners, when you play this game, you tend to have like a set path. You know, hey, I just got to Dark World. My first two checks need to be Hype Cave and Village Outcast. Some runners, if they can do most of the pod, will do pod, catfish, pyramid lights, right? It's, you know, common sense.
Right.
And the thing is, with how Azur Godrat at the start of the seed, he may have already thought he did it. And if that's the case, that's oof.
All right,
That's big.
Meanwhile, at 2:03:40, or 2:03:30 rather, I should say, Link Force, after picking up that Ether Medallion from Ridley, has entered Go Mode.
Our first runner to do so. Now, Link Force has a quick wreck ship. He has Go Mode Swamp. He has a quick Skull Woods. He can group Mire and Desert Palace together. He's actually on a good pace.
Yeah, and well, actually, I should clarify. Link Force will truly be in Go Mode after picking up that Charge Beam, but Link Force will pick up that Charge Beam.
He will pick up that Charge Beam. Anyway, we got Baby Skip, and we're probably going to see all the rest of the skips, like Zeb Skip and Stand-Up Glitch.
We may actually not have enough health for Stand-Up Glitch.
Isn't it? I believe it's 3 E-Tanks?
I thought it was
With,
6. Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, because you need to be able to tank the Rainbow Beam and not be so low health that Mother Brain won't that you won't be forced into the kneeling cutscene.
We also do have reserve tanks. Do those get calculated as well?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, it's 600 suitless, so it's 300 with both suits. Dweb is saying so.
Oh, we'll see what Aster decides to do anyway. I mean, he's proven me wrong plenty of times tonight. I'm more than happy for him to do it again.
Yeah, and we do not have plasma, so the charge beam is not as powerful as the other runners will be. We got some regular missiles going in.
And Aster has already burnt all of his super missiles.
He used all of them for the Zepatites and for the first phase. I don't think he did the refill either, so he didn't even have that many super missiles to begin with. So yeah, Link Force, I believe, did grab his charge beam.
Gotta watch out for those ketchup beams. He's gotta make sure to not accidentally go under 3 E-tanks, otherwise the rainbow beam will kill him before the cutscene.
Yeah, so Link Force is done with Super Metroid aside from having to clear Fantoon and Mother Brain, and he's just got some cleanup to do now.
Alright, Riker Rider is now in on the top of Death Mountain, is heading to the Turtle Rock portal, interestingly.
He's missing Mir. He got boots. He's opening Turtle Rock. He's going to look for Mir in Turtle Rock. Bo is in Super Bunny Cave.
Ooh, and we just know that Turtle Rock is just, that, as the Ocarina of Time randomizer hint would say, it is said that plundering Turtle Rock is a foolish choice.
Well, I mean, you know, this seed could have been completed in maybe a decent 140. But, oh yeah, Raiko did Hera. But, with that God Rally Nazar did, I still don't know if he did, like, if he thought he did Village of Outcast or not.
Well, we'll see, we should get an idea of what Asder was thinking once we get out of Super Metroid, because the only other thing... Well, actually, no. He's got to go to Village of Outcast. That's all that's left.
But since we beat Super Metroid first, go ahead and get your first G's in chat for Asder. There is no time limit to get out of this escape sequence. He's all done. He just has to get back to the portal.
Yeah, property of the combo randomizer is that the game only ends when the second boss is defeated, and that's when the credits roll. However, if you defeat Super Metroid first, you do keep your Hyper Beam until you screen transition to A Link to the Past, then you get your regular beams back.
So we know Plasma and Stractual is probably still in Asder's mind. That's going to be another thing he may go check for those mitts. He's missing mitts from Village of Outcast, which he skips, and then Bo's in Super Bunny Cave.
Which is mitts locked, just to add insult to injury on that one. Alright, Mothula down for Link Force.
There's the shovel. Oh boy.
As if we didn't need anything else to set people astray from their goals. And it looks like Asder is, what is he doing? He's not checked Sahasrarla's closet.
He has not checked Eastern. He may be going to Eastern.
Alright, Cheesenator on the Helmasaur fight.
Yeah, Azur's dipping Eastern for these mitts. I am confident to say he completely forgot Village of Outcast at this point.
Yeah, and he's already dipped Pod, if memory serves. So yeah, after this Eastern dive, he's gonna have to take some time to pause and realize what's happened.
Hate to see that happen, though. I mean, SMZ3 is a big game, and Azur's been focusing on getting his world record in Super Metroid Impossible. It does happen. You play so hard, you forget randomizer rules. Question in chat highlighted by Food Stamps. Thanks for highlighting. The game actually is logic. The logic of the game has you being Super Metroid first. That's in order to prevent any major Super Metroid items being locked in Ganon's Tower. You can beat it however you choose, but logically, Super Metroid is designed to be beaten first.
Now that is not.
Go ahead.
That is not to say you could beat A Link to the Past, and there could be some items in Ganon's Tower, but they could be like useless movement items. Like there are rare cases, and I've seen a couple of them where Speed Booster is in GT, and it ends up not being needed for any major progression.
Granted, and if you want to use Speed Booster, runners will still look for that kind of stuff to make the Turian escape a lot faster. Yeah, but progression cannot be in GT. But you can find more missiles there. You can find plasma in there to make Mother Brain easier. So most runners, if they want more ammo or plasma beam to deal with Mother Brain, will beat Zelda first. Plus, all it entitles after you beat Ganon is a reset to Super Metroid. So it's a little faster, but technically Super Metroid is logically designed to be beaten first.
Alright, we got Link Force zipping through Swamp Palace here. This is going to be Link Force's 5th crystal coming up, at which point he will combo Mire and Desert to get the last 2.
Azure, please don't tell me you're going to TR, my dude.
He's going to TR, my dude. Or Spike Cave.
Yeah, Spike Cave's a thing, too.
Actually, yeah, he can't get to TR. He's still missing Mitts.
The Mitts, that's right. My bad. It's kind of weird being like 2 hours and 14 in without Mitts. What checks does he have left that's not Vils of Outcasts?
I think that's the last one. Because he's checked Catfish. He's checked Pyramid Fairy.
He's going that route.
Yeah, I think he realized what's happened.
You got the hammer out.
Now here's going to be the real potential whammy here. Is Astor going to dip Thieves Town first or go to the C-shaped house first? I hope it's C-shaped house.
No, it's chess game with Mitts.
Oh, that's right. If the first check is the chess game, so yep. Cue the frustration.
Alright, so he got the Mitts, and does look like he's going to clear out the rest of Vils Valcasts. He's now just looking for the bow that's in Super Bunny Cave.
Rygo Rider, meanwhile, having very little trouble dealing with Trinex.
Got the green pendant. We're going to see every single item check at this seed. Unless someone... Oh, I guess we're going to skip Ice Palace.
Yeah, that's pretty much... Ice Palace and Left Side Swamp are the only two... pretty much the only two checks we're not going to see.
Azur's dipping Thieves Town.
Yeah, this is unfortunately another big oof. Alright, Raiko's next stop is to turn in that green pendant right away. And Cheeseinator never paid off Zora.
You mean traded 500 rupees for 300 rupees?
Yep. Aster has gone back to Death Mountain. You gotta hope he's gonna go to Super Bunny Cave next. At which point, he just has to go mode Pod in Eastern. And not to mention, he's already beaten Mother Brain. So, believe it or not, despite all the hiccups, Aster is still very much in this race. And that's go mode at 2:18:42. Oh, and Raiko making a liar out of us about that whole never gonna see Ice Palace kerfuffle.
Cheeseinator gets his boots. Azure. Where's Azure going?
I believe he's taking the, This is something I've seen lately, where runners like to take the Swamp Palace entrance to Pod. I'm not sure if this is faster.
He doesn't have the flute, so he could go straight to 5, I guess.
That's why, yeah. This is definitely faster.
Which he was right next to flute, but I mean, I guess it would have taken some time to wake the bird.
Yeah, the only other chance Astor can have to route in Flute would be on his way to GT, and by then point, it's too late. But yeah, at this point, Astor just has to zip through Halmasaur King and Armos Knights, and that's it for... that's it, and GT, and that's it for him. Link Force is just wrapping up, well, not wrapping up, but going through Meyer and then GT, but he also has to do Mother Brain. So unfortunately, Link Force just still having too much on his to-do list at this point. Oh, and as chat points out, yeah, Link Force still has to do Fantoon as well.
Which, again, in Go mode, you run in, you run out.
Alright, Asdra on the Helmosaur King fight.
Nice quick kill there.
And chat is bringing up an interesting discussion. It's really curious that Link Force elected to not do wreck ship while after picking up the mirror, just decided to nope right out. And I did confirm watching the playback. Link Force did in fact nope right out of wreck ship after the mirror.
You know he did. I don't think he had enough health that he liked because it was like one of his first checks.
Yeah, I think it was one of his first checks, and I think he was still missing his suits. Because suitless Phantoon is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, no, he didn't have any of that.
Meanwhile, Raiko still working on full clearing Ice Palace. I don't see anything of note from Ice either. Cheesinator, meanwhile, picking up their charge beam. And yeah, no sign of anything like Cane of Burna, Half Magic, nothing. Looks like Ice Palace was also barren. Actually, come to think of it, all the pendant dungeons were barren today.
No, which usually is the case when it's nothing on pedestal.
Yeah, this is definitely a I would call this a God Router's Paradise type seed, where there is a lot of time that could be saved with psychic powers. But with that, Asdr has picked up his 7th crystal. And for that matter, so has Link Force.
So, all we got left to do is beat Ganon. In order to get to Ganon, we had to get up Ganon's tower, which is locked by a single key. There's 22 locations where this key can be, and chat now, please put down your guess from 1 to 22. And today's winner will have an all-expense-paid trip to Village Valcast, since, you know, that got ignored for a while.
Yes, and we will be determining the chest count by the first runner to enter GT, not necessarily amongst the two runners. So whoever gets into GT first will be the one we pick our chest count from. I'm guessing number 3 because I think there's not going to be a key in the Hope Room, but the big key will be on the torch afterwards. And Raiko's about to be extremely disappointed.
Oh.
Just couch cash.
That's why he cleared all of them. Oh no.
Just couch cash. Move right along.
He's going to have some words about that, I can assure you.
And Asdr is blowing right by Hookshot Cave, and at this point, that is perfectly fine. There is absolutely no reason for him to pick up Flute now. Alright, first stop for Asdr, the right side. Is this going to be a true Hope Room? Not quite. We got the small key, not the big key.
That's 2 down.
And Azure does like to go back to mirror and back to the left side, where we see a second missile pack on the torch. And Ryko Rider is delivering well over a dozen frustration super missiles at this mirror.
And that will be his go mode, actually.
Indeed it will. I assume he's picked up his boots.
He has the boots.
Also, chests 4 through 7 I do not believe were our big key. It was big 20, small key, piece of heart, and missile pack. Number 8 is the map. And it would appear that Link Force is following in Azur's virtual footsteps.
Now, mind you, Link Force still has to beat Fantoon and Mother Brain. Azure just has to beat Ganon's Tower and climb Ganon. So...
Oh yeah, this is absolutely Azur's race to lose at this point. There's no question in my mind about that. Actually, thinking about it, probably should be paying attention to the chest, shouldn't I? Number 10 was Cane of Burn. I missed 8.
It wasn't the big key, so we're still continuing on.
Fair enough. And down goes Fantoon for Ryko Rider. I think, I could be wrong, but I think Ryko Rider wants to make this wreck ship get wrecked again.
Yeah, no, he's not too happy. He won't be grabbing that sword. I hope he won't be grabbing that sword.
Not a bad Armos on ice fight. We get a French Vanilla Red Mail.
Alright, we're going right. Maybe it's in Tyler Room.
Could be.
We got 5 locations left.
I thought it was thinking about it for a second, but nope, just pulling out the fire rod. And
Number 20.
it ain't no tile room, but it's pretty darn close. Which means our winner of
Jinx
the big...
the Wolf.
Yeah. Congratulations, you have won an all-expenses-paid trip for 2 to Village of Outcasts. You and a guest will fly round-trip coach from Death Mountain.
It's a wonderful place to get robbed.
But only if the crystal count is right.
Link Force is actually banging on Tower Room, so yes, we are actually seeing every single chest get checked this seed and Link to the Past. We also saw every single item in Super Metroid. And what's funny about all of that, it was practically a jet seed.
Oh, the irony of it all. Asder, needing a little bit of a magic injection, decided to burn that green potion, rather, I should say. Beautiful one cycle on Lamolus. And Link Force is climbing up the tower. Unfortunately for Cheese, looks like Cheese is still missing that fire rod.
Which is that Stumpy. Hasn't cleared really yet, so we don't have... Oh.
I stand corrected. I just looked at his pause menu. He has both rods. But with that, so yeah, all Cheesinator's looking for is, I think Flippers. Flippers and, possibly Pegasus Boots? Yeah, oh no, he's got Pegasus Boots too.
So yeah, he's been going for a while.
Unfortunately, there's still just too much on Cheese's to-do list at this point, as well. Alright, Asder taking on, Aga 2.
Got one in the first volley. Two in the second. Let's see if we can get a triple here.
Ooh, with that geometry? I don't think so. Bit unfortunate.
And it's now time to face the pig.
Alright, what's the quote from the big pig tonight? And what is the swag duck doing in the dark world? Never mind.
What is the swag duck doing without being summoned? Ever. Because we never got the flute on this side.
True that. And it's the Agatha fact. To answer question, chat, Quake was in Super Metroid. It was in
Beneath Mother Brain.
That's the one. And Ganon asks if we found the arrows in Brinstar, and we did.
That was Bay of Peebs.
Yes, they were.
And I gave you GG's in chat for Asder.
Yeah, this is gonna be a finish.
Finished first with an official SLR time of 2:37.18. He's already in Twitch chat saying GG.
So yes, big GG to Asder, snatching victory. Alright, we've got Cheesenator taking on Argus, we've got Riker Rider taking on Vitreous, and Link Force taking on Aga2, so 3 separate runners, 3 separate bosses. Asder is asking, what was everyone else's hiccup? Well, Riker Rider waited until the last second to pick up the mirror from Rex's ship. Link Force, I can't remember what Link Force's hiccup was.
He didn't have one. He actually was the first one in go mode.
Right, but he still had more on his to-do list before Asder found his go mode.
Yeah. So it wasn't really like a hiccup, it was more it took him a while to get to that point.
And Cheese put off lower Norfair, so Cheese was like getting their Ether Medallion and Pegasus boots. So yeah, Asder, we gotta hand it to you for your early Super Metroid dive, because not only did it end up giving you a ton of early progression compared to everybody else, but you elected to go all the way down to Ridley with a grand total of 6 energy tanks and very little ammunition.
Now you were basically 2 items away from go mode at like an hour 20, and like no, not even an hour 20, like an hour. We were in no mode at like an hour 20.
Ooh, Link Force needs to be a wee bit careful here.
I think he still has potions and the fairy.
Better use it. Okay.
Ooh, he's only still get hit by that. Oh no, he actually dodged it.
Alright, Cheese going into GT. And Raiko and Link Force both have to do this fight with Master Sword, unfortunately, since they did not pick up, I assume, the Rex Ship Reserve Tempered Sword.
To continue on with the finishers, Mix finished in second with a 240.33, and Hitaka in third with a 241.07.
So, Asder, if you don't mind What was keeping you away from Village of Outcasts for so long?
Point out chat, I think the last location where the gold sword could be in is left side swamp or swamp big chest. We didn't see that either.
That is true.
But I think we've literally saw every other item in the game. Do we see... No, we didn't see Mimic either. That's another thing we missed.
That is true. Raiko did Turtle Rock, but did not have the mirror. And we are joined by Hitaka, our third place finisher tonight in the chat. GG Hitaka. Migs was our second place finisher.
I just said second and okay. Anyway, Link Force having a very nice Master Sword fight against Ganon right now.
Link Force also living on the edge with that Ganon fight. Get a single G in chat for Link Force.
He still has to do Quick Fan Tune and Mother Brain, but he does have the full beam combo, so that's not going to take too long for him.
Alright, let's see where we stand here. So Raiko just picked up their Skull Woods crystal, so that's crystal number 6. Is going to be off to, looks like, Swamp. Ooh, Cheese is actually down to 1 silver arrow, so silver arrows will not work here against Lamolus. Migs is joining us now in the chat, asking where Gravity was. Gravity Suit was in the Cathedral missiles. Which you could have gotten away without this seed for the most part. I mean,
yeah, Meridia
not logically.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally the only thing you needed Gravity Suit for was Dragon. And with a microwave charge beam, down goes Argus for Link Force.
He just now has to run over to Mother Brain, and that'll be his GG. Speaking of GG, Aussie 101 finished in 4th with a 246.42. Nothing was in Zelda's chest. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was definitely not important. I was about to blurt out Hookshot, but then I realized, oh wait, no, that was the Monday daily race earlier today. For a Link to the Past, Rendo. Cheesinator dashing through GT. It's gonna be our third runner to face the Big Pig.
I'd like to thank Elaine85 for the Twitch Prime sub. Don't forget, supporting Speed Gaming on Speed Gaming channels allows awesome Speed Gaming races like this to be on air. So thank you for your continued support.
Absolutely. Alright, into Torian with Link Force. So as everybody is in go mode and we are starting to wind things down here, folks, don't forget to give all of our runners a follow here. They have put on an amazing show. And also, if you can, go ahead and follow our off-stream runners as well, because they, no doubt, have put on amazing shows for their folks at home. So they are all deserving of our respect for tonight's performance. Plasma Beam was in Hookshot Cave.
We'll see if Link Force gets baby skip. Almost a triple on Cheese's side. But I do believe one more hit he'll be at single G.
Yep, double in the single, followed by one more coming up right here.
Yeah, you singing G's in chat?
Flute was also in Hookshot Cave. Alright, Cheese is done with the Ganon fight, and now next stop is to go defeat Mother Brain.
Full beam combo. It's not going to take too much longer for Link Force to finish this.
Yeah, and with the extra health at Link Force's disposal, we will most likely see a stand-up glitch here. Nails the Zebetite clip.
pretty fast phase 1 right there. Gonna go ahead and use all those supers for the free damage before the charge beams.
Cheesinator opting not to use Ice Beam here for these Metroids. Guess he figured he was too close to the door. And Link Force electing not to do stand-up glitch.
Link Force may not know how to do that. While Link Force has been in community for a while, he doesn't quite know how to do all the tricks flawlessly, but he did teach me how to do most of the tricks, though, which is actually pretty cool. Shortly after I started commentating, I actually beat Super Metroid for the first time ever with him helping me, because he's awesome.
Very nice.
We also have Aussie and Chaz as well. Get the whole crew just hanging out with us today.
Yeah, it looks like Aussie's last location was Lower Norfair. Cheesinator, I believe, is in that same boat. Yeah, Meridia was completely barren. There was absolutely nothing in there for a change. Besides the boss, yeah.
Alright, all Link first has to do is escape. Cheesinator got the Zep skip.
Oh, this is something we don't see too often. Raikou Rider taking a refill ferry in GT. Nails the vertical Shine Spark. Ooh, here's a change of pace here. Link Force may be going to save the animals. I say maybe because we've had an occasion where somebody taunted the animals for about 90 seconds. Nope, he's definitely saving them. And with that, get your GGs in chat for Link Force, who finishes in 5th place overall amongst our community racers. 5th place, or 2nd place, I should say, on the restream with an official SRL time of 2:57.29.
Like, really good run from him. Really good run. I know, he's been working hard on this game for a while now. Happy to see him to get a decent time. We had 13 racers today, so 5th out of 13 is actually pretty good. Weighty Words actually just finished right behind him in 6th place with a 2:58.38, and Maniacal with a 2:58.41, 3 seconds. Cheese in there asking everyone to stop finishing.
Oh dear. And we are joined up in the commentators booth by Link Force Zero. Link Force, GG.
GG.
Yeah, and Link Force, good news. I'll let you know right now. Of all the runners, you were the first one in Go mode on stream.
Yeah. Really? Astro wasn't in Go mode before?
He had a god seed until he did not check Ville of the Outcast until his last location. When I mean last location, last location.
Wow. Also, was there another sword anywhere?
Yes, we know one was on. It was actually in
Attic.
Wreck Ship Reserve.
No, not reserves. It was the
Oh.
attic. I think it's an E-tank from Vanilla on the right. After you clear out the attic.
Oh, that's right. It was.
That's a missile in vanilla.
Missile Vanilla. Okay.
That's right. It was the attic. It wasn't the reserve. The reserve was rupees.
Yeah, I didn't touch Wreck Ship.
No, yeah, no. Both Wreck Ship and Meridia was easily go modable. Nothing in either of them.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Meridia was uncharacteristically barren for a normal mode seed.
I mean, you got a whole bunch of stuff in Green Bryn. You got a whole bunch of stuff in Lower Norfair that, helped out.
I'm pretty satisfied with this time.
Yeah, Sub 3 is awesome. Sub 3 is really good. Excuse me. Anyway, Cheese and Air is finished in 8th place. The time of 3 hours and 20 seconds. You GG's in chat for Cheese and Air. So Raiko just has to finish Ganon's tower and his Oops All Dungeon seed. Actually, decent time going into the final Ganon Mother Brain for an Oops All Dungeon seed. I'm sure he's going to tell us all about that when he's in this commentator's booth.
Well, considering he unloaded 19 super missiles on the mirror.
See, I've had that place burn me, so I went there and I'm like, oh, look, a mirror. I'm just gonna leave. Because I didn't really need to. I was like, I don't want to do Wreck Ship with like 3 tanks power suits, so I just left. And it worked out.
Nice triple there to start up the Aga 2 fight for Raiko, but unfortunately Geometry and Blue Balls making the rest of that fight be the singles.
That's right, mates were there.
Yeah, no, Mitz was super early, but Azure didn't grab them until after 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, they were his second to last go mode item.
I mean, you didn't really need mitts to see except to get
The bow.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. I was happy when I saw that. Yeah.
Actually, you needed Mitts to get to Lower Norfair in Logic because both Space Jump and Flute was behind Mitts as well.
That is true.
That doesn't stop Aster.
And we are joined up in the booth by Cheesinator. Cheesinator, GG.
GG Cheesinator.
Thank you for having me on.
So, Cheese, before you start, I want to get this point across because Link just said that didn't stop Asder. Asder did no beam except for charge Ridley at 3 E-tanks and the 2 suits at like 45, 42 minutes.
Okay, he's one of the best players of the game, or of the game in the world. He's Super Metroid Impossible, like low percent.
Yeah, no, he actually got that world record on that. Anyway, Cheesinator, GG, man. How you think that run went?
Really awful execution. You obviously saw my Shaft Supers debacle. I really thought I had it down as far as the double Shine Spark to get the invincibility frames, but I didn't finish the word. I screwed it up, and I had to come back to it. And honestly, that's like the entirety of the difference between me and 3 other people. Yeah, I don't know. So I just played poorly. If it were better, I would have gotten like a respectable spot and sub-3'd, but kind of disappointed.
If you're done, Cheese.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you... Me going to X-Ray.
What about going to X-Ray?
Well, the moon...
Yeah, the Moon Pearl was there, but it was in path down Red Tower with.
I know. I nearly died.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you actually both got Moon Pearl at the same time. Link Force fell because of one of those little flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't. You first. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I didn't have like space jump.
Wait, what?
Grapple.
Raiko has silvers. Why is he
practice? I'm gonna just say.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's Master Sword Silver's practice, who knows? Or just forgot. I'm not sure.
Low on arrows, he only has 6, but then again, you only need 4, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad I got my bomb jump up there and the Weaver didn't hit me back down.
Yeah, it looked like he was gonna nail you for a second.
I was like, no, I'm gonna die.
We were holding our breaths there. Asder actually was in a similar... Asder was in a similar vein. I think his health actually went down to like a single digit.
He ran through like 60% of Super Metroid under 30 health. Like,
yeah.
When you get the world record in Super Metroid Impossible, you're just unkillable in regular Super Metroid. It's a hack that automatically gets unlocked every time you play Super Metroid Scene. I lie. He actually died, but you know.
Yeah, as far as other stuff, like, besides the early game execution, it wasn't that bad. I wish I didn't full clear Meridia after getting the gravity suit. I should have maybe looked for the chance that the gravity suit was going to pair with space jump, which it did, to direct me to Lower Norfair. And then even when given the choice of like Mire Desert, Lower Norfair versus Pod Eastern, I took Pod Eastern. Swamp was also on the table. Thankfully, I skipped it. But yeah, all I got out of Pod Eastern was high jump, and there's another decision that I probably could have made a point to follow the logic, given that it had given me both space jump and flute behind Mitts, but I didn't. So there's another kind of a 5-minute time loss or so. Single G to Raikou Rider.
I mean, I did.
His comment in chat was that was for the fans.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess the people who did super well probably like dipped into Sanctuary, saw Gravity, and then like skipped all of Meridia and Upper Norfair or something. Like I'm not sure what you have to do to get back that much time.
Between all of you guys, we've seen every single chest that's not Mimic, Left Side Swamp, or Swamp Big Chest.
So someone did folded TR on stream.
Yes.
Raikou did.
Oh, how do you end up with a set of items where you do TR?
He was
before-
missing mirror. He did not dip the like he didn't do what you did, Link, where he checked the moat item and left.
It's not the mode.
It's underneath.
The
It's under-
underwater.
It's
Yeah, ocean floor. How do you miss
Bottom.
that though? Dang.
you do moat and then you leave, and then you don't go back to wreck ship, which I've done before.
Yeah. I checked the moat item and left and came back to wreck ship. I mean, if you're doing wreck ship, he was in TR before wreck ship. Period.
Yes.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
okay. That's unusual because
Yeah,
you should
no,
definitely
he
go to an area with
blindfold
required
ped.
bosses before.
He blindfold
ped.
ped.
Holy smokes.
If I hadn't found the mirror, I once I probably found I wouldn't even. I would have found the flippers and then thought, where's my actual progression? And then I probably would have done wreck ship to get that over with
Mhm.
after doing Lower North here. And I would have been. Then I would have found it.
Yeah. The flippers, I did the easy checks, of course, the ones that are right on the overworld, but I was pretty determined to stay out of swamp or ice until I had exhausted other options.
And as I said, we only out every single chest in the game, aside from the guaranteed key chest in Skullwoods, we only missed 4 checks, which is kind of crazy for what actually was like a jet seed.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple ways you could play it where it seems like your route is good. Like by doing wreck ship, for example, before West Dark World, I was able to get mirror, and so I could do all that stuff together. But it didn't really matter ultimately because you just needed mitts to kind of get moving there. If I was late to wreck ship, maybe would mirror have bitten me? I'm not sure, but I really wish I did West Dark World earlier. Anyways, thanks for having us on. I'll
Yeah,
let
for
you
sure.
call this Torian for Raikou Rider here. I'll try and get a sub 3 soon. I just missed this one by 20 seconds, but it still seems doable.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, you did really good, all things considering. I mean, but yeah, no, guys, don't forget to give these runners a follow. They put on a great show for you. Don't forget to join the community as well. The SMZ3 community is pretty big, pretty welcoming. Simper Fire Dog really wants you guys to follow the runners. So much so he posts. The link got posted twice.
Amazing.
Yep. Both our trackers on top of that.
Yes, thank you, comms trackers, and everyone at Speed Gaming, and hopefully I'll see you next week for some more weeklies.
Oh yeah, don't forget we do this every Sunday and Monday. Plus, the regular Link to Pass, does all their dailies twice a day, plus once on Sunday. We still have the finale of the 2019 Link to Pass tournament going on. There's a Link to Pass League going on. All kinds of tournaments with Super Mario Bros, all that stuff. Possibly a Castlevania Ario Sara randomizer tournament that's about ready to be announced. Cough, cough, cough. But yeah, thanks for a good run, guys.
All right, we are down to the mother brain fight for Raikou.
Again, full beam combos, some missiles. This shouldn't take too long.
Nah, this fight will be over before you know it.
Neorific has finished in 9th place with a time of 3:11.25 with a comment of "I pulled ped, LOL." Raikou followed that up with "You too."
looks like Raiko is setting up for stand-up question mark? Nope.
So we just have some awesome theme of SMZ3 coming up, and then escape, and we'll be all good to go.
I guess as things are winding down here, we can just talk about things to come for tomorrow. If you're looking for any more Randomizer tonight, unfortunately, it looks like we're just about winding down for tonight's festivities, but our next Link to the Past Randomizer Daily will be tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern, along with our tournament races for A Link to the Past Randomizer happening. We've only got one at 8:20 in the evening, it looks like, but tons of other randomizers. We got the Final Fantasy Randomizer Weekly. We've got the Metroid Fusion 100% tournament in progress. There is still plenty going on tomorrow at Speed Gaming, folks. We invite you to join us for that.
Don't forget to follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 1 through 6 and our foreign language channels. We have in 4 different languages. And of course, if you have Twitch Prime, you can also sub to any of the Speed Gaming channel, get all our emotes, and help support Fiesel. He's awesome, trying to build this whole community by himself. Apathy is finishing 10th place with a time of 3:15.10. We're actually down to 2 racers left, I believe. Or no, 3 racers left. We had 13 racers. Dark Ark has subbed with Twitch Prime. He's an awesome dude. Only awesome dudes will sub their Twitch Prime sub.
Alright, Raiko, let's see if we can see at least a vertical shine spark here. Yep, nails it.
Let's see if he saves the animals. I don't think he will. After an oops all dungeon seed? Okay,
Yep.
So he's gonna go.
And nope, animals are dying. Bummer. But it's okay. Link Force saved him, so I think the folks in chat are satisfied. But with that,
Go ahead.
Raiko Rider finishes. And his official SRL time is 3:16.03. That will be good for 11th place. So GG's to all of our runners.
All the GGs. And don't forget to give them a follow. And I'm sure Raiko is about ready to jump in here and tell us all about the seed. I've known him for a while. He's a good friend. GG, Raiko.
That was for the fans, that Ganon.
I already told them. I relayed your message to the audience.
Thanks. So the whole reason why that was so tilt-inducing was because the last seed that I played, I did just a casual race with some people from another SMZ3 Discord, and it gave you everything that you needed to beat the game really quickly, except Mirror, with this exact pennant configure. Oh, not quite this exact pennant configuration. I think in that race it was Skull Woods Ice Palace TR, and it was Mirror Ped. So I was like,
Oh my goodness.
so the seed gave you surprisingly early ped logic, if you know what I mean. Like, pedestal was in logic very quickly, so I got to, and I'm one of those people that thinks if you get suspiciously early access to a highly gated location, that seems to have what you need.
So wait, let me backtrack real fast. You only needed the mirror. You had flippers. Okay, sorry. For a second there, I thought flippers was your go mode item. Sorry, that was someone else's. My bad. Go ahead.
No, it was mirror. And also, what made that particular location so frustrating is I was ready to go there, and then I stopped one item short of where the mirror wound up being, and I spent so much time looking for it. Just finding mirror one location past where I stopped looking was so tilt-inducing.
Well, I'm sure the 19 super missiles you tossed at the mirror would agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I wanted to break that mirror so badly.
Well, if you had it only would have shattered into 3 pieces, you would have had to go scattering the land looking for them. Oh wait, wrong game.
But other than that, the seed felt really quick if you just knew all the tech and were comfortable with the health situation, because the health situation in both games was not the greatest.
Yeah, Aster and Link Force both had some pretty cut-it-close moments. Link Force with getting the Moon Pearl from X-Ray, and Aster went through Ridley very early. He only had 3 E-Tanks, 3 reserves, and just Charge Beam as his primary ammunition.
Huh, interesting that he actually had Charge Beam before fighting Ridley, because typically you fight Ridley before going through Firefleet and whatnot.
Well, he wouldn't have fought Ridley without Charge Beam, and he checked it and he found it.
That's definitely an interesting way to route. But it was mostly just the seed got into my head because I had just got done playing a Mirror Ped seed last week. And the seed set itself up perfectly to be like, hey, go get your mirror, it's on pedestal. And of course the book wasn't around to check it. The book wasn't around, well, I had the book last time, but this time I didn't even have the book to go check.
It was literally above the mirror.
I was also trying to put off Wreck Ship as long as possible. At first, it was because of energy, and second, because I'm only 1 item away from Go mode. There's all this Link to the Past, all this Norfair. We're going to check all that before checking Wreck Ship, because when you have 1 item out of over 100 locations, do you really want to get baited by Wreck Ship?
I mean, Wreck Ship is 10 items that takes about 5 minutes. You went through Turtle Rock, which was 5 items that takes about 5 minutes.
6 items.
Green Pendant.
No, it was Green Pendant, yeah.
Which was also bait.
So now you added 2 more minutes to that.
Yup. But that's really all I have to say, is just the mirror.
Yeah, well, it was a good run from everyone. And don't forget, we do this again on Sunday. I do think we have a multi-world weekly in the works. If you guys want to join in for the multi-world weekly, don't forget to join the Discord.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I have a partner in mind already.
I already told you no, man. It's just not you, it's me.
Dude.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, come on, that was funny. All right.
At this
Sorry,
point, I've got nothing else to say. I've already said my piece.
Sorry if I'm not really replying to any humor. I'm just super tilted.
Well, let's not be tilted anymore. Anyway, for everyone at Speed Gaming, the crews, and all the channels, I've been Kachuri, and see you guys next mission, and may the Triforce be with all you guys.
Yes, once again, shout-outs to our lovely crew. Shout-outs to our trackers, Mind of Me and Semper Firedog, and our runners. And from all of us here at Speed Gaming, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.